Welcome back. July 20th marks a heartbreaking day in Colorado history. 10 years since the lives of 12 innocent people were taken at the Century 16 Theater in Aurora.
At midnight last night, dozens of people gathered to pay respect to the victims. There were candles and crosses at the memorial with the 12 names of all 12 people who were killed.
The scope of the tragedy was unthinkable at the time, and the immediate actions of first responders are now the model for departments across the nation and around the world during mass shootings. Police were on the scene within roughly 3 minutes and quickly took the suspect into custody. But there was already so much carnage. With 70 people shot and not enough ambulances, Lieutenant Stephen Redfern ordered patrol units to start taking victims to nearby hospitals. A heat-of-the-moment tactic that proved life-saving.
I grabbed one of the officers there that had an unmarked car and I said, dude, just pull your car up. And we just started loading people in. And officers were coming out of the back of the theater, literally holding people together. And then they would just get right in the back seat and off they went.
A decade later, the massacre continues to take a daily toll on those who survived that fateful night.
Denver 7's Micah Smith sat down with one of those survivors to reflect on his long road to healing and recovery.
You just hear this boom, 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 and it was almost like lightning was in the theater. Even 10 years later, I remember what that felt like when I got that phone call. Just grateful to be alive.
On July 19th, 2012, Marcus Weaver was hanging out with his new friend, Rebecca Wingo.
It was one of the hottest summers on record that year, and I had got up and went swimming actually with Rebecca because we both had the day off. I was looking forward to going to the Batman movie with her because she hadn't seen any of the Batman movies. You know, I went by the theater and grabbed the tickets that day because I knew I would want to go see it as soon as I could, which was the 12 o'clock showing on July 20th. Told Rebecca I would meet her there. The theater was just, it was crowded. I walked into the theater, it was theater 9, and I got a seat in the 5th row. Got my seat, and I remember I put my jacket there, my Bud's Warehouse jacket down, and you know, it saved me a seat. So I went back out, waited for her, and then sure enough, she showed up. We went inside the movie theater, sat down, was eating popcorn, and then the movie started. So I would say about 10 minutes into the movie, you could see someone walking through the door and a smoke bomb just goes off. I looked over to Rebecca and I said, I think somebody's ruined the movies. They're lighting a smoke bomb. Then all of a sudden, like, this is the thing that like I will never forget as long as I live. You just hear this boom, boom, boom. And it was almost like lightning was in the theater. The movie's still going on, there's smoke going on, and all of a sudden you see this person just firing in this mask. And I instinctively just got down, and I got Rebecca down as well. I kept hearing the screams and like it hitting the bullets hitting the front of the seat. The noise was just so much. And all of a sudden, like this voice in the middle of nowhere says, he's gonna stop shooting. About 5 seconds later, he just stopped. And I immediately, instinctively got up. I got Rebecca up, and I tried to go down the row. People were coming down the middle, bombarding through the middle, trying to get out. And then all of a sudden, you could hear the gunshots again. And so I fell down through the row, ended up getting on the left side of the theater to where I was able to crawl out. Rebecca fell back down into the chair, and that was the last time I saw her.
Outside the theater, Weaver says the scene was heartbreakingly chaotic.
At that time, out in front of that theater, they were dragging people out, kids out that were just bloodied, sea of ambulances, first responders, and then this whole time, the gunman was on the other side of the theater being arrested. And then a little girl comes up to me and says, "Your arm's bleeding." And I was like, "What are you talking about?" And sure enough, my arm was bleeding through this shirt, and it just gushed all over. So apparently I was hit somewhere. So they rushed me to a hospital, in an ambulance, and rushed me to the hospital. I didn't want to leave. They had to pretty much throw me in there because my friend was still in the theater. I remember getting to that hospital and everybody's looking at the TV, and it still hadn't dawned on me yet, like the depth of what had happened to me in that moment.
Weaver says his mind was still on his friend, Rebecca.
As the day wore on, No one could find her. And I got a call from a guy named Anderson Cooper. Want to know, did I want to interview and see if we could help find my friend Rebecca. I don't know at the time if it was the best decision. Reliving it in front of a national audience, it was almost like I invited these strangers into my home. After those interviews, I got home and I get a phone call from her brother saying that she was one of the 10 people still in the theater that just didn't make it out. It was even 10 years later, I remember what that felt like when I got that phone call. The whole time we were interviewing, she was in that theater. Rebecca's funeral, it was tough, and I hadn't cried until after I got up there and spoke, and it was the first time I had cried. My mom, I would never forget, she put her hand on my back, and I just wept because it was a lot to deal with. The first 3 years was just so intense with the media. You know, I had gotten married. I was traveling around the country. I had wrote a book. Her name was Rebecca. We had a lot in common. She wanted to help people too. I think it was us trying to help others as a way to help ourselves heal. And then Maggie came. She became this symbol of the new life I was looking for, redemption. The top up there, it represents the 12 people who passed away in the theater.
We're at the memorial. My dad told me that it's for people that died and that lived.
You know, I brought Maggie to the opening, and you know, it's a lovely space. When things aren't going well in my life, and when things are, you know, topsy-turvy in this world, I can come here and find some solace and hang out with Rebecca and some of the other folks who were here, who were with me 10 years ago in that theater. The best thing about the group that I'm in, this fraternity or sorority, wherever you want to call it, of victims, is that, you know, we're survivors, you know, and we're just going to keep moving forward.
Reporting for Denver 7 in Aurora, I'm Micah Smith with photojournalist Scott Blessing.
Thank you, Micah, Scott, and thank you, Marcus. There are more remembrance events planned for Saturday. We will have all the details on them for you right now on thedenverchannel.com.